In this video, we discuss what you should do and what you can do at different retirement milestones: 59.5, 62, 65, 67, and 70. Coming up next on Holy Schmidt.
Holy Schmidt!
It used to be 18, 21, and 25. 18 being when you could sign documents, 21 when you could do other adult things, and 25 when you could actually rent a car. Now it's 59.5, 62, 65, 67, and 70. And at each one of these ages, you have a retirement benefit and sometimes an obligation at that age that you need to pay attention to. This video is about those age points. For those of you new to the channel, hello, my name is Jeff. I'm a CPA turned banker turned public speaker. I'm also a registered Social Security analyst, and I have over 25 years of financial service industry experience. I started this channel in 2020 really at the request of my daughter, who saw me helping out family members that were struggling, some older family members, with their finances because, like a lot of people at that time, they got sick. Fortunately for all of us, they got better, but in the interim, a lot of information that I helped them with became the subject matter of this channel. Not their information, but information similar. And with that, the channel was born. Today, we have over 330,000 subscribers, over 4 million hours of watch time, over 50 million views, and we would love for you to become part of our YouTube family. So if this is of interest to you, please consider clicking subscribe and turning on notifications so that you get alerted the next time I post a video. I post 2 or 3 times a week, almost entirely on retirement finances. All right, back to the video. Let's start with one that is so understated, but yet so important, and that's age 59.5. At age 59.5, you can finally touch your retirement money. Before 59.5, there was a 10% penalty, but now at 59.5, you can access it. By the way, I'm not suggesting that you access it, but you can if you want to. 59.5 is also a good age to start considering Roth conversions, depending on your tax situation. By converting your IRA to a Roth, you'll pay taxes today, but you'll enjoy tax-free growth tomorrow. It's also smart to start planning your RMDs, your required minimum distributions, now for when they are necessary in the future, at least getting a really good understanding of what they are and what they might look like. Also, if you're thinking about retiring before age 65, you'll need to know what your health insurance options are. By the way, I have a free report on this. Go to holyschmidt.com/free report, and you can download your health insurance in retirement report instantly. The important point to all of this, though, at a bare minimum, know that Medicare doesn't start until age 65, and so you'll need to bridge the gap between your employer plan if you work for someone else, or your own company plan if you're planning on shutting down the company, and your Medicare plan, which starts at age 65. Age 62, the most common thing here is early Social Security. At age 62, you can start drawing on Social Security. I'm not suggesting that you do. A lot of people do. Just know that if you take Social Security at age 62, you get more payments because the start date is earlier and the end date's probably not going to change for most of us anyway, but they are smaller. So you get more payments, but they're smaller. If you wait, you get larger payments, but less of them. And to be really clear, because a lot of people don't fully understand this point, it is a permanent reduction. It doesn't go up once you reach full retirement age. If you claim Social Security at age 62, you have about a 30% reduction on your payment compared to if you waited until full retirement age to start taking Social Security. For some people, claiming early still makes sense because either they have a health condition or they just need the funds or there's another reason. But make sure that you understand what all of your options are before you apply for Social Security early. Age 62 is also an age where some pension plans let you start collecting your pension. Check your plan rules because this does vary from plan to plan. Age 62 is also a really good time to think about your post-retirement income flow. Are you going to have a part-time job? What does your total cash flow look like from your various sources of retirement income? If you're going to work while collecting Social Security, make sure that you know the earnings limits because you don't want to actually have to give part of your Social Security payment back to the SSA. On the flip side, a part-time job might help you from drawing down from your 401k or your IRA too early. Even a part-time income can have a significant impact on your cash flow, and if you have a good impact on your cash flow, particularly if you're not drawing Social Security, well, that allows you to let the funds in your retirement accounts continue to grow. Age 65, Medicare enrollment. At age 65, you become eligible to enroll in Medicare. In fact, if you don't enroll in Medicare, in many instances, there's a financial penalty. Your cost goes up. So make sure you know the rules around Medicare at age 65. But broadly, Medicare Part A and B, which is hospital and doctor, is available to you at age 65. Your initial enrollment period starts 3 months before your 65th birthday and goes until 3 months after your 65th birthday. So you have a total of 7 months to enroll in Medicare without any penalties. You'll also need to choose between original Medicare, which is just a Medicare supplement, like a Medigap policy, and a Medicare Advantage plan, which is more like a PPO or even an HMO. Original Medicare plus a Medigap policy offers more flexibility, but it often costs more because you have the flexibility. Medicare Advantage often costs less, but it restricts the doctors that you can go to. Age 65 is also when you select your prescription drug coverage, Medicare Part D. Also, now is the perfect time to update your medical documents as it relates to your health care. Make sure your advanced healthcare directives are in place and current, and the same thing goes for your medical power of attorney, meaning who cares for you and who makes the decisions on your behalf if you can't. Also, if you haven't started collecting Social Security, consider whether now is the right time or not. Age 67, full retirement age when it comes to Social Security. Full retirement age is a magical age in some regard because you get 100% of your Social Security payment, and you also can work as much as you want, and you don't have to give any of your income back to the Social Security Administration. Full retirement age for people born in 1960 or later is age 67, 1954 or earlier, it's age 66, and then there are the months in between if you're born between 1955 and 1959. If you haven't already started taking Social Security, most of you watching this video will have a full retirement age of either 66 years and 10 months or 67. And by the time you reach 67, your investment strategy shifts a lot more towards income and a lot less towards equity, at least for many of you. Age 67 is also a good time to finalize your long-term care plans. Whether you're funding it yourself, you have insurance, or you're going to make other arrangements. Long-term care costs can quickly drain your retirement savings, so understanding and managing your long-term care risks is supremely important. At age 67, you'll want to be more strategic about how you draw from your retirement accounts. Drawing from the wrong accounts at the wrong time can cost you tax dollars. Age 70. This is the age where you maximize your Social Security payment. You cannot get a larger payment from Social Security than you can at age 70. At age 70, it's a good time to start thinking about qualified charitable distributions. QCDs, as they're called, is a special way to withdraw funds from your IRA without paying tax on them and donating those funds to a specific charity. You can do this at 70 and a half, but there are very specific rules to QCDs. First, the maximum you can donate is $100,000 per year. Second, the donation goes directly from your IRA to the charity and not through you first. QCDs can also satisfy RMDs. I'm not sure I could say that 3 times fast, but let's try it again. Qualified charitable distributions can satisfy required minimum distributions. For most of you, that's either age 73 or age 75. There's no requirement for you to exercise your QCD at 70 and a half. That's just when you can start using a QCD to distribute some of your assets. QCDs can reduce your adjusted gross income, and Medicare premiums are based on your adjusted gross income. So, in essence, QCDs can help you reduce your Medicare premium. An important point to note here, only 501c3 charities are eligible. Donor-advised funds are not. And finally, because of the size, and good policy anyway, make sure you keep good tax records because you probably will need them if the number is big enough. And next up, the one that most people gloss over, but it actually might be the most important one of this video, at least for most of you, between age 73 and 75, depending on when you were born, required minimum distributions. If you were born between 1951 and 1959, your RMD age is age 73. 1960 or later, your RMD age is age 75. RMD ages are supremely important because not only do they require you to take funds out of your investment accounts, your qualified investment accounts, but if you don't, you're going to get hit with a very large penalty. Let me explain. The government requires you to withdraw a minimum amount from these accounts. This applies to IRAs, 401ks, and many other tax-deferred vehicles. The amount that you need to withdraw is based on your account balance and a life expectancy schedule from the IRS. Missing an RMD withdrawal means a 25% penalty on the amount that you were supposed to take out. If you act quickly, you can reduce that to 10%, but there is a penalty. Whether it's 25% or 10%, it is still one of the largest penalties in the tax code, so make sure you don't miss your RMD. Roth accounts don't have RMDs because, frankly, you're taking them out and not paying taxes on them anyway, so the government isn't going to be entitled to anything, so it makes sense that they're also not going to require you to withdraw from your Roth account. And at age 75, it's a very good time to think about your long-term care needs again. Think about options like home care, assisted living, or other, depending on what your specific circumstances are. The point to all of this is that you have a lot of small choices that make big impact on your life. And understanding when you should consider them and when you should actually act upon them is supremely important to your retirement lifestyle and, frankly, your funds and your assets in retirement. These little decisions can mean tens of thousands of dollars or more, frankly, for you over time, so it's important to give them some deep thought and get it right. Everyone's situation is different, so consider talking to a fee-only financial advisor who acts as your fiduciary. A fiduciary is someone who acts in your best interest and only your best interest, doesn't take fees from the products that they recommend that you invest in, and they're there to answer a lot of different questions, not just investment questions. If you like this video, please consider clicking the like button. YouTube uses the number of likes in its algorithm to push a video up in the search results, and I want to help as many people as possible. Also, don't forget to download your free report for healthcare and retirement. Go to holyschmidt.com/free report. Finally, if you like this video, check out that video, things you can now do at age 59 and a half. This is Jeff Schmidt, and I will see you in that video right there.